Another good training camp-like work day, focused on competition and growth. Steelers versus Steelers, man. We got a lot of good things done there. Competition period, situational ball, 2-minute. It's just important that we stay on edge, man, and snap that ball as much as we can and use those snaps as opportunities to grow in understanding and to develop skill individually and collectively. So just another good day. Appreciate the energy and the competitive spirit out here. It's important. It's important that we continue to push forward, and sometimes pushing forward makes us all a little bit uncomfortable. That's a part of the process. Questions?
What gave Haskins a chance with the ones there in the 2-minute drill? Did you like what you saw out of that?
More than anything, the lesson to be learned there, the defense had an interception in his hands and didn't finish the play, and you just can't give signal callers another shot at you. And so that was the lesson from that period. Obviously, he went on and produced a scoring drive, but when the defense gets their hands on the ball, man, we got to close out. We got to close it out, and that's the lesson to be learned from that segment of work today.
Mike, you didn't waste any time getting Schobert in with the ones, even in the dime there at the end. He's a starter and the guy when you use one.
We're just trying to teach as much as we can, and the best way to teach is get him in competitive situations.
You said he's had 6 systems since he's been here. Safe to say he's kind of seen everything that's been out there?
I'm sure a lot of guys that, hadn't played ball in Pittsburgh have similar stories. That's just kind of the story of the NFL.
Like the way he was talking, made it sound like when he was in Jacksonville last year, it was a little different, a lot different than what he would have been in this year with the Jaguars. But when you saw him in Cleveland, were there more similarities to how you guys run things? Could you envision him more this way?
I'm not looking for similarities or differences in defensive scheme. I'm looking for his instincts and playmaking abilities. And regardless of schemes, because you mentioned the number of schemes that he's been in, look at his stat line. It's highly consistent. So the scheme is somewhat irrelevant. His instincts and playmaking ability is what's relevant.
Like when you bring a guy in kind of late in the process during training camp, do you have an expectation on how long it might take them to get up to speed, to learn the system, especially a guy that plays?
Depends on the guy and his ability to learn. Usually guys that have played football acclimate quickly. I remember we acquired Joe Hayden a number of years ago, going into the 4th preseason game in Carolina. And so veteran players usually adapt and adjust pretty quickly. Most of them have been in multiple systems and can relate things to things that they've done in the past. And I'm sure he's been in enough systems where he can do that.
Is he the kind of guy that might convince you to play more nickel than dime?
Again, man, we got to get into game planning, and we're not even in that mode. So, that makes some of those discussions hypothetical. I like his versatility. I like the versatility that he gives us.